Doesn't it feel great to say that tomorrow is finally Friday? And doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Tuesday afternoon or a Tuesday evening or even a Friday Eve afternoon or a Friday Eve evening or what? Hey guys, Ryan here. I hope you are all having an awesome start to your Friday Eve and an awesome week so far. Yes, guys, tomorrow is officially and finally Friday. So happy almost Friday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Friday Eve, everybody. I am so glad you guys are here. So welcome back to the channel, everyone, of Positive Time with Ryan. Whew, I got to admit, guys, I'm a little nervous, but if you guys have been keeping up with me the past couple of days, it is officially the month of May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so throughout the month of May, we will be discussing three things. One, mental health awareness. Two, my mental health life and my mental health life journey. And three, my mental health hospital experience. Oh man, yeah, it's going to, I'm not going to hide it from you. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little nervous sometimes talking about that, especially on YouTube. But I know I could do it. I feel confident in myself. I know you guys won't judge me like I'm crazy. So yeah, we'll just have a nice little fun discussion. I mean, tell me, guys, isn't it just a beautiful day out? Sun's out. It's nice and warm. It feels like it's May. A beautiful day outside today. So, yeah, I'll just give you a little background about myself with mental health. The majority of my mental health was bullying related, like, guys, severe bullying, stress related was definitely, but when I go back, I'm going to go back to my bullying, okay? I was bullied extremely, when I say extremely bad, I mean bad in high school. It was verbal, psychological, and even turned physical. And so what happened is and I really wish this on absolutely nobody, I reported to my school counselor, my vice principal, my principal, and believe it or not, the school nurse that I was getting bullied, and they did nothing about it. I mean, how I found out, because you're probably saying like, Ryan, how in the heck did you know they did nothing about it? Well, my mom called about 2 weeks later and kind of made a little complaint saying, hey, my son reported he's being bullied. It's been 2 beautiful long weeks and he's still getting bullied. What are you going to do about it? And they said absolutely nothing. They literally said that in an email word for word and on the phone. And that, guys, was, again, I absolutely wish it on nobody. There is nothing worse to be to get bullied. It doesn't matter if it's at work or school. It doesn't matter where it is. There's nothing worse as a human being to be bullied and then you report it and nothing gets done. Like, they ignore it like it's no big deal. It is like a helpless feeling. Again, I wish nobody that. It is a feeling that if you ever go through that, you will never forget that feeling. It can eat you alive. I'm sorry to say this, but it can also make you become someone that you despise and you hate. And in a matter of fact, that is exactly what happened to me. I'll talk about it at another point, but literally, guys, this bully would shove me down the stairs and then he would pick me up, walk me up the stairs, and then shove me down again. He would make rumors about me, and all that. And he literally said, I could do whatever I want to you, and there's not anything you could do about it or this school. And even in one point, he said, if you report it, you're going to get the beating of a lifetime. And it didn't make me cry. There was a part of me that really wanted to knock his teeth down his throat, but I never did that. Finally, my mom said something to the school, and my mom basically said that if you're not going to stop this and my son does something about it, it's going to be on your hands. My mom begged me not to go physical with this bully. My mom said, I would rather you slash his tires than go physical. I would rather you break his car window than go physical. Obviously, I did not do all of that. I loved school. I was what is called a punctual student. I never got late for class. I was the first one in class, the last one to leave. I loved my teachers. I loved school so much. But at one point, I nearly dropped out of high school because there was nothing the school was doing. They were not even looking into it, which is like, that's even 10 times worse, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, it put me in a really dark place. And for a good 4 months, maybe 5, 6, 7 months, I became somebody that I never thought I would become. I started going to bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and being in my room all night. Even at some point, I refused to even eat or drink. Something that I'm not proud of, something that was really, really dark. Most of my friends, my girlfriend didn't even know about it. But my grandma called me up, and, you know, this is my 72-year-old grandma saying, you know, Ryan, I think I can help you solve your bullying problem. And I'm like, no, you can't. You just can't do that. And you know what? Finally, I was on the bus home, and one of the accomplices of this bully came up to me, and he's like, Ryan, I can help you get out of this situation, but there's only one way you have to do it. And I said, what's that? He's like, he just said, here. And he's like, don't open that till you got home. So I got home, and I opened it up, and it said, you have to make yourself poof, disappear. That is literally what it said. And guys, I will tell you, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Oh my God. Especially on YouTube. What I did that night got the cops called on me. I attempted, let's just put it this way, okay? I cut myself. Huh? Not proud of it today. I'm not. But I did that. And it was so bad that, like, you could nearly see the bone in my wrist. That is how bad it got. And I'll just say, guys, when people ask me about that, they asked me if I felt that pain. If I felt, and I was in such a dark place, I didn't even know that I did it. Very not fun. My mom was very reserved on who she told. Of course, she told my psychiatrist, my psychologist, my therapist, and then my mom chose to tell my school counselor. And My mom was so mad with my school that she nearly sued them. She came that close to suing my high school. And I asked my mom not to do that. When I was in the hospital getting treated, I told my mom to not sue the school, to not even file a complaint, and to not even contact them. And I told my mom that when I get out and I get back to school, I will take care of everything. And I said, when I take care of it, you will not stop me and you will not stand in my way. And I told my grandma, I'm like, you're not going to get in my way. And you're going to let me do whatever I need to do. And my mom refused. My mom said, you're not going to do that because I know what you're going to do. You're going to go beat him up. And I'm like, I'm not going to beat him up. No, I'm like, I'm not going to beat this bully up. No. I'm going to give him a warning that's going to make him want to sleep with one eye open. And I'm like, you're not going to get in my way. And I'm like, if I get in trouble, if I get suspended, if I get expelled, it's going to be worth it. And I'm like, and that's all I need you to do. You would think my mom would get in my way and prevent me. But my grandma grabbed my mom aside, and my grandma said, you know what? Your son reported it. They did nothing. You made a complaint. They did nothing. Let him do it. And my grandma said, let him do it. He's not going to go physical, but let him do it. So my mom called the school ahead of time that day. And she explained what I was going to do. 5 minutes after that phone call, I was called into the principal's office. The principal sat me down and the principal said, Ryan, you think you're here because you're in trouble, right? But you're not. He's like, I'm here to sit you down man to man out of respect and apologize and all that. About 2 days after that conversation, I was literally put in a mental hospital, and it was not a fun time. It was not a fun time, and all that. So I'm going to leave the video there, guys. But I that's just a little mental health story time that happened to me. It's one of a billion. I could share more later on, but about my mental health hospital experience, if there's anything particular you want me to talk about, like my schedule, my routine, my intake process, anything, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section, and I will answer them. I'll answer them and all that. But before you do that, just remember that it was my experience, and what my experience is, it's not the same for everybody. All right. So I want you to understand that. All right. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Before I end the video, I just, again, want to say thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to ask. There is no such thing as a dumb question. And then I love you guys so much. I mean, you guys are the reason I do videos. You guys are the reason I wake up in the morning. I mean, you guys motivate me. Sometimes there's days I want to do 5 videos in one day for you guys, but then I would ram you out and myself out, and that's just not good for anybody. So, all right, guys, go out, enjoy the beautiful weather. Pray to God that I don't get stung by a bee before I log off. And I'll see you all right back here tomorrow in the next episode.